5-2 comeback for the ages. Welcome to K7 Season 7. This is what you asked for. This is what you're going to get. Dynasty Impact back on the offensive. Z carrying the bomb. Players from Synthrax already tagged up.
In the back, but I mean, they're still getting funneled. I mean, that can happen. You can hold the hill from either direction. It doesn't matter as long as you're getting the kills in transition. Camo with another one. He's 11-1 right now, Chef. I don't know what's going on, but this guy just turned up in map number 1. Does not want the Kingsmen to make the playoffs, apparently, as they find themselves up about 50 points, and they already transitioned to new. This has been a great start from the Wolves.
Entire team is there waiting for it. Skittles was the guy to break it up, but he gets taken out and leaves the pistol man by himself. He's going to get faulted. They push up. Here goes Nostra, looking for some bodies. We got DP there for some trades. Beautiful blockers in play. Gonna be able to run this one right in. Fantasy cleans it up with the pistol. His teammates injure him up. We got 45 seconds left. Now it comes huge. Clan, I don't know how many S&D overloads you casted, but it gets pretty crazy.
Push, and it will be. Bomb down early. It's up to the rest of Kingsmen to do something. Sky with the sniper gets a second one. This is looking like their round. We'll see if they can clutch on up for the side of Kingsmen.
Yeah, Sky, 2 nice ones there. Good transition to see that. Still in a good spot if he holds it. Just waiting on the timing now on the sniper. There we go. Call should come out where he is. He's going to be reading this top laundry. Snipe going to pull through here. And he takes the pixel immediately. He shares a little bit of...
Might be.
Entire team is there waiting for it. Skittles was the guy to break it up, but he gets taken out and leaves the pistol man by himself. He's going to get faulted. They push up. Here goes Nostra, looking for some bodies. We got DP there for some trades. Beautiful blockers in play. Gonna be able to run this one right in. Fantasy cleans it up with the pistol. His teammates injure him up. We got 45 seconds left. Now it comes huge. Clan, I don't know how many S&D overloads you casted, but it gets pretty crazy. Back. Snipers need to just lock down an area. Be like, hey, don't worry about this entire area. I got it. Sky sneaks one in. Little bit more numbers in their favor. Camo in the hut. Finds DP. All hits. Knows that the other player's up top. Calls are coming in. They got both players there. Catches the mantle. This is huge. Breaks the glass and hops down. Teammate right there to find the trade. Snipe comes in. Oh my god, he shows his back to him. Why would he do that? Takes the loss.
Push, and it will be. Bomb down early. It's up to the rest of Kingsmen to do something.
Century, doing something mean to it, do it better than anybody ever seen.
Example, but a back from 1X, it's just pinstripes in the kill.
I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. Clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping on the defense. Jumps out, it catches it. The system broken, the school's closed, the prison's open. We ain't got nothing to lose.
Wait, it just came up. Oh my god! You gotta get two.
So far, not the king. Find the first, that's the second.
Wants to make that a good time. The man grasps across the middle, completely
behind esports. They're just gonna rush on in, right, and shoot at every single.
Oh no! He thought he was dead, but he will turn back.
Just gonna be coming down to his final player.
More harder. Oh, but Malice finds one, finds two, finds Lava. Oh no! Lava
kiss my whole ass. More specifically, they can kiss my...
And welcome back to K7 League. I am going to be your host, Caster Calamity, brought to you to, welcome by Trig tonight. How you doing, Trig?
Doing all right, doing all right. We're popping by for a stream. You know, it's been a good minute since we've been on the cam here. In the streaming, casting. Great time having K7 back as well. You know, I don't even remember when the last time I was on stream for K7. It's been a minute.
Yeah. It should. Oh, yeah. Wow. 2023. We just got confirmation. So, yeah, good to see you, Trick. It's been a little bit. So, it should be a fun one tonight, though. We should have a banger on our hands. It's going to be the Atlantis Demons going up against the Regiment boys. And Atlantis, I mean, they've, you know, pretty much looked flawless this entire run so far. You guys know them. You love them. You know, Slayer, Rafa, Suga, and Joker-kun on that side. These guys have been causing havoc. Pretty much anywhere they've shown up, they've, you know, excelled and done their thing in the league. And, I mean, Regiment, they're going to have a tough time tonight, Trig, going up against these guys.
Yeah, it really is definitely an underdog story on the side of Regiment for this one. Atlantis Demons, though, I mean, you say almost flawless. They're almost flawless, I guess. They do have one map loss. That's the Can't Be Traded, I believe, there. So, you know, they are mortal. You know, they can be taken down a map or two. We'll see what Regiment can do as they sit at the number 3 seat. So for them, playoffs are guaranteed. It's just a matter of the seeding. If they end at 3 or 4 here, if they win, that would be crazy. But I don't think they can surpass Atlantis at this point, or it can't be traded. But it's a matter if they stay in that C3. And certainly, if you get a win on Atlantis, I think in my mind, it is certainly a statement as well heading into playoffs.
Yeah, if you can get a win here, even a couple of map wins, I mean, that's huge, right, for seeding going forward. I mean, we'll see. I mean, if they can surpass, can't be traded, it might happen, it might not. I mean, it's going to be a tough one, right? They would basically have to win this one and the next one as well to move forward. But, I mean, yeah, it's really about keeping themselves above water, right? They don't want to drop down below Syndrax into the 4th seed as well. And, I mean, you see those red teams below, they're already eliminated. I believe also Orlando Kingsman also eliminated, just haven't been updated on the stats. So we have our basically top 8 for heading into the playoffs as well. So yeah, Regiment wanting to be on the better end of things here.
Yeah, it's really how we end the season. This is the last match of the season. Everything else is done. This one again, just big seeding, big seeding match. Yep, everything's done. This is the last hit. After this match, we head into playoffs into next week. Have a fun time there again. Right now, a little bit of seeding, and again a little bit of if Regiment can take down Atlantis, a little bit of a sort of momentum. I'd say confidence heading into playoffs as well. Because again, it's a big team. On this side, Alpha, Atlanta's certainly the big team here to play up against. On the other end, though, a couple teams on the other bracket too could make things interesting. But we'll see as time goes how that bracket sort of shapes out, how those games go. But right now, we got Atlantis, Regiment. These are the 2 teams on our minds here. You know, Regiment, they're sitting at 2-2, 6 and 8 for the map count as well. So certainly some ups and downs there. And you're looking at the maps here as well. Starting off an Exposure on map 1. I think it's been a while since I've seen Exposure for a map 1. I feel like I often see like a Den or like a Colossus or something like that. Yeah,
for real. I feel like, yeah, you're right. I don't know why, but I never see Exposure map number 1. That's you might be onto some conspiracy here, Trig. I'm not sure what that is about, but yeah, Exposure, and we have an interesting, this is probably the weirdest map set we were talking about a little bit off air, but triple Exposure, double Scar sandwiched in between. So if you love these maps, you're in for a great one. If you don't like these maps, well, maybe you tune out for a little bit, because yeah, we're going to be going to these ones for quite a bit this series. And if I'm being honest, quite a bit might end up in 3 here, because I'm probably going to be predicting Atlantis in a hot 3-0. Maybe that's a hot take, maybe not so much, but that's probably where my head's leaning toward here. It's really going to be up to me whether or not the Regiment can pull out the S&D, right? Because Atlantis, I believe their only loss so far was on that Scar. I don't know if it was S&D or Overload, but either way, I think Scar S&D is probably a good time as any for them to win that map. It's kind of more of a 50-50 type of search and destroy. So if they are going to extend the series, it has to be on that one for me.
Yeah, definitely going to be there, I think, as well. And I mean, at least for the map set as well, we're not starting on, I would say, a super fast-paced map. Exposure can get a little mixy, but certainly Scar as well is a lot more of a, I think, slower map in some regards. And for the S&D, you can obviously fast hit on any map, but ultimately, I think for me, it's going to be a good mix to see of the firepower for the SMGs and the ARs working together, unlike some of the usual starter maps, which are usually really, really close. Again, I've seen a lot of Colossus. It's all about getting in the hill, a lot of SMG talent there. You know, you just kind of just spawn up, you head straight. This next map's all about strats, all about how we kind of play the map. And I think Atlantis, for them, this is probably a very comfortable map set for them.
Oh, and I just got word, apparently, Curie subbing in for Rafa as well. So definitely, maybe shaking things up here with the substitute coming on in late into this one. I don't know if it's going to matter a whole lot here. It potentially could end up mattering a little bit, because I was looking at the statistics, and he was definitely the worst performer on the statistics down there at the bottom. But I typically don't see that mattering a whole lot. The only time that really matters, I feel like, is if all 4 of Regiment come tonight, they're coming frying, and their teamwork is on point. That might be the only time that, you know, the Regiment have a chance in this series. And I mean, hey, you caught the Atlantis boys with their substitute coming in. Maybe that's a blessing for them.
Yeah, I think all about in maybe warm-up scrimmage for Regiment. We'll see. I mean, obviously, I think they know that they're up against a top team, so it's really about mentality. You know, saying, hey, I know we're up against a tough team, but maybe, you know, in the back of our minds, we can take them down. We can take off a map, maybe 2, maybe 3, if you're really feeling it. And we'll see what they are like with the prep. You know, you don't start off with your head down. Got to start up with your head held high.
Yeah, for sure. Got to come in strong in this map number 1. And I believe we do have all 8 players in the lobby. If I'm ready, we're just waiting for them to start this one. But I mean, yeah, shout out the K7 League. Shout out everybody coming in the chat. This should be, well, I say it should be, but I mean, it should be a quick one. But I mean, we'll see. It's up to Regiment to extend the series for me in this one. I mean, you know, stats don't tell the whole story, but I mean, the way Regiment have looked in the past couple matches, I mean, we'll see if they're going to be able to take a map at the very least off of the top seed in Atlantis Demons. And I mean, exposure loading on into map number 1. I guess one of the keys to victory for you, Trig, here, because I think realistically, it's got to be rotations for me.
Big rotations, and I think also setting up in the power positions, you know, setting up top ring or top window, kind of whoever wins those gunfights as well, at least off the initial break here. And for a couple of these hills as well, who is really set up in the AR position, I'd say watching that mid, getting the info, getting the kills that you can to, you know, hold back at least some players, and you get the info, let your team adjust off of that as well.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to adjust and on the fly as well. I think making proactive plays as well, you know, something that you don't see a ton of teams, you know, are able to do. Obviously, rotations are important, but I mean, it's really the timing in which you do so. A lot of teams rotate, but they rotate way too late when the rotations have been established by the other team by making an early route or just, you know, making sure that you're getting an important kill in transition. We see a lot of teams struggle to do so. So it's really going to be up to Regiment whether or not they can make proactive plays. And honestly, that might not even matter because sometimes you just get outslayed. It is what it is, but I guess we'll find out here in a moment. And I'm not sure what to expect as we go forward into the series as well, because I know exposure is probably not going to be a super close affair here. I mean, I'm hoping it will be, but I mean, I'm not too fingers crossed. It's really about that Scar coming up map number 2. That's going to be the one I'm circling on my calendar for Regiment to potentially take a map off of the top seed in the Demons here. We'll end up seeing as, you know, hopefully we'll have the players loaded in here shortly. There they are. There we go. I was getting airsick in the sky there.
Yeah, very long loading screen there indeed. But now we're getting into the action here in just a couple seconds. Atlantis Demons going up against Regiment here, and we'll see how things kick off, how the first bloods go, who's really got the ice in them. And well, for Atlantis Demons, they're starting off the side where they would want to start. So Regiment, how do you balance the P1 and P2? That is going to be the big question.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, P1, typically you don't get a ton of time on here, Trig, but we'll see if they're able to at least lock down a little bit of it. So far, it's going to be a 2-for-2 trade. Atlantis Demons are going to lose a couple of members, but they are on the hill. But Panda with all 3 in transition. This is a good start for Regiment to just clear mid-map and try and soak some time here.
Yeah, Dirk kind of also getting cut down there on the side. Kamaru just also trying to push in from the side. And well, it just sort of Atlantis right now still on the time. You had some pushback from Regiment here, but Atlantis now getting a little bit of a footing. You see that top window position as well. Korea is able to find one. West trying to slide in just from the side. You get cut down as well. It's Atlantis all in the feed there, and you see them also now transitioning over to that P2 side as well. Got sort of a split position for the side of Regiment. Maybe they can catch a couple players off guard, but one's going to die on the one side. The other one will also go down as well. Atlantis now set up on P2 as well, and the opening time all over to them.
Yeah, great job in the transition kills. Just, I mean, doing what we were saying, just setting up early, making sure they get the kills in rotation. And that's netted them about a 40-second edge so far in this map number 2. But just as I say that, it's going to be Regiment breaking on in. They get the kills. And now they have a chance for themselves to get a decent chunk of change here on this P2. This is a hill where you can definitely soak to your heart's content if you're able to. But Curry with the top ropes gets a double. Nice nade as well over the top. And just like that, they systematically break down Regiment GG. Flying through his Joker-kun, gets another one as well. And that'll flip the spawns, and it's a good time to do so with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, that last player in the back really needed to stay alive. You lose that gunfight, and it's unfortunate there. Regiment now having to sort of transition over towards next. See a couple players on the outskirts starting to push through. Number 3 is going to be on the next point right now. Wes also on the outside as well. And there you go. You catch one off guard. Another kill as well goes your way. If you can find a third, that would be great. You do some damage. So certainly some call-outs to your teammates. You just need them to pick up a kill, but they don't find one, or the one gets in. gets taken out. But here you go. It's a 3-man hit on to the point. It's just going to be a clash. It's just everyone flooding the hill right now. Who comes out on top after the dust settles right now is looking like it's going to be Regiment. But now it's a 1v1. I say that. Number 4 winning the gunfight there. A couple seconds of a breather, sort of a reset. But now they're going to clash again.
Yeah, nades on nades on nades. Everybody getting killed, including teammates so far. And it's a good look from Regiment. They break on in. There's still about 30 seconds to claim there, and they get another 3 dead. So potentially soaking the rest of this P2 or P3 hill, excuse me, here. And I mean, that's a great look. I mean, this is probably the hill you need to milk if you are Regiment here. This is a money hill on this map for a reason. It's so hard to break. You got to jump in basically through the top window or flank through the doorway. And I mean, look at Panda just ironing that area, and they'll lock it down. So now rotation's got to be on the mind of both of these teams here. Looks like Jokakun and Atlantis Demons already here, already set up. Now they just got to win the gunfights.
Yeah, and for the side of Regiment, that was a big hill as well. I mean, you fended off Atlantis from like 2 or 3 hits there, and that's big. It's just a matter of now, can you get a break? Because you had a good defensive, good rotation hold on the last one, brought you back into the map. But now is just going to be a real test here, trying to break onto this next hill. Can they do it? That's going to be the big question. I think there's a trophy on the hill as well. One's going to be in the back, Solar. And well, you get a couple players starting to trickle their way in and around the back, but 1, 2 is going to be dealt with. One more in the back, also cleaned up as well, over towards the front. Jokakun should get that last player, number 2, under ring, and you do. So for right now, Atlantis able to fend off the first hit from the side of a Regiment, but they'll go again. You see the mounting pressure over by that Solar side now as well.
Yeah, and I was talking about the substitute coming in for Curry, maybe being a hindrance. This guy's 17-5 right now on a 3 spree. Maybe they needed this guy to come in because he is doing all of the heavy lifting, it seems, right now for Atlantis Demons in the slaying department. Nice job from him coming in frying. But, I mean, still only about a 30-second edge right now for Demons. Closer than maybe I was anticipating here, but we'll see. I mean, typically, players do need to warm up to get adjusted to the series. And once they do that, once they get comfortable, then they can potentially take off in the slaying, and it will be Atlantis chaining P4, P5 together. They have some players toward mid-map, and it looks like all 4 of Regiment trying to break through mid, and 2 for dead so far for both of these teams. It's going to be this 1v1 toward mid. Panda, he wins it, but has more to do here as the rest of his teammates off of spawn, and he's going to go high to the sky looking for somebody, but he's not going to find it. He'll get taken down, and Atlantis Demons, they will stabilize.
Yeah, already maybe take one off there with the SMG. You do not. You sort of reposition. You have some nice control if you're the side of Regiment up top right now. The question is, can they capitalize? Can they start to get some players that sort of peek out, try and challenge that top side from the bottom there? But it's just 3 down in the feed, and just like that, Atlantis now with control at the top, control on the hill as well. They're looking set up for P1 now too, and we'll see what they can do. Regiment flipping spawns, they'll be kind of over by that sort of P2, P3 side now, but it's a matter of they can break off of this to sort of challenge this P1, at least not let Atlantis walk away with this last hill. West with 1, looking to get a second, not able to secure that kill, but now P1 popping up. You try and challenge it, you'll get cut down. Panda on the Zig as well, a couple more players. You at least take Atlantis off the time for now.
Yeah, but I mean, all the meanwhile, Atlantis just soaking. I mean, that about 30-point edge gone now. They're up by almost 100 points heading into this next rotation of hills here. And I mean, it's so easy to chain the hills from P5 to P1 together, right, Trig? I mean, you basically have the exact same setup for both hills. Just need to make sure you're maintaining control of mid-map. And it's led Atlantis to, a big lead here. We'll see if Regiment GG can break on in. So far, it's a 1-for-1. Artie going to flank on through, get another one as well. Double for Artie as Suka last alive. And now maybe Regiment could potentially soak some hill, but Suka gets a double in trade as well, make it a triple. And I mean, just when you think Regiment can break on in, an individual play from the Demons nets them another break here.
Yeah, another setup over to our next Curry. Curry left alone a little bit, fending off really what is looking like 4 players. And now the rest of your team starts to flood in. A little too late to save you there, but there you go. A couple kills in the feed to Regiment. They get control over P2 for now. And while you're forced to back away a little bit, sitting top Solar, hop in, you get cut down. A couple more players start to challenge P2, getting very mixy. The Regiment opening with the opening time for this hill, but for right now, Atlantis able to break in. Took a little bit of time, but now they're in, and they start to flood forward as well.
Yeah, flooding forward. I mean, not a whole lot of time you can afford to give them on this P2 either. Every second that goes by is closer and closer to that 250-point threshold. 30 seconds more for Regiment to break. But I mean, at this point, it's like, do you elect to break or do you want to hold your hill? Because you're just getting funneled. Joker could with on a 4 spree, a double for him. Teammate watching his 3rd one. And just like that, look at that. Yeah, the spawns flip out. And with 20 seconds left, it's picture perfect. Atlantis do exactly what they did the last time around. But I mean, it was Regiment. Albeit they did break in through P3 the last time. They're going to have to do that yet again. And I mean, pretty much be perfect from here on out. But I mean, Jokakun on the 6th spree is just shutting it down top window.
Yeah, and we see Regiment trying to break in through the front now. They don't really have any rotation on this hill, unlike last time. So it's all about that break. You know, they had some good momentum in the first half. The second half, though, it has really been all Atlantis so far. And one down low gets taken out, but we'll see how this goes as the mounting pressure comes from the back now. Curry in the back, well, you don't really need to do much. Your teammate's going to be soaking up most of those kills there, but still, Regiment's trapped in the back. They need to go. They need to start to fly. Curry
Oh,
lines up two, make that three,
okay.
maybe a fourth as well. Getting it done with the pistol. No, can't quite get the kill, but that's fine. You've done your job. Regiment is looking like the curtains are closing on this map.
Yeah, and I mean, the tale of two halves is right, Trig. My goodness, 250 to 77. Yeah, I thought maybe Regiment was coming to play, but I mean, yeah, like I said, Atlantis Demons, they got warmed up in a big way. The second set of hills, they just chained together tons of them in a row there. And I mean, it's brought to you by this man, Curry, 34 and 13. The sub coming in big for Atlantis Demons. And I mean, just doing it all, it would seem, turning and burning in the kill cam, a 3-piece to end the map. What more do you want from this man?
Honestly, not much more we can get as well. I mean, you're looking at the time. Everyone's pretty much there from the side of Regiment, getting the time, getting the kills. And again, it was Regiment for me in the first little bit there, getting some time, you know, going toe-to-toe a little bit with Atlantis. But once Atlantis sort of warmed up, got a feel for how Regiment was playing, kind of figured out how they wanted to play the map themselves. There really was not much more from that for them. Yeah. But, you know, honestly, Atlantis Demons really doing what I think we were expecting them to do. You know, maybe the start was a little closer than I thought we were expecting, but Regiment can't keep the foot on the pedal there. They kind of let off the gas just a bit. Atlantis, they kept things rolling, kept pace throughout the entire map.
Yeah, they were doing a great job in that one. And I mean, I mean, like tale of two halves, like we were saying. I mean, you got to come, if you're coming at the king, coming for the crown, you got to step up. And I mean, Regiment, they kind of fell apart in the latter half of that game. Kind of what we expected, to be honest, Trig, going into that one, or at least what I expected going into that one. And, you know, Atlantis Demons, they'll take the 1-0 edge pretty convincingly, 100-point clubbing them in exposure. But, I mean, S&D coming up next. I guess Regiment can breathe a little bit here. And, I mean, this is probably the map they need to win. This is the one I'm circling because, I mean, they have a chance to win this one, but it's going to have to be a better showing than they showed us in that first map.
Yeah, I mean, for the S&D, I'm just looking at that. I'm going, you got to... Honestly, in my mind, I feel like this is one of those situations where just kind of 4-hit, hope everyone's on the same page. Maybe catch Atlantis off guard, especially if Atlantis tries to do some funky stuff with some wraps and stuff like that. If you can full hit, you know, make it a 4v3, get the numbers, you know, I think you may have an advantage in this one. But for the side of Atlantis individually, I think they're all shooting. They're all looking pretty straight there with their shots. So it's going to be a tall task, I think, for the side of Regiment. I think it's kind of one of those stick to S&D basics, play as a pack, play as a group. You know, yeah. I don't think it's going to be one of those where you're going to be experimenting too much on this map.
I mean, it's Scar, right? At the end of the day, you're not going to be experimenting a whole lot. I mean, it's really just a bomb simulator, right? People typically avoid B like the plague unless you have a very good reason to go there, or, you know, maybe a quad stack or something, some strat that the enemy's not expecting or something. But I mean, especially with snipers in play, right? It's going to be so difficult to try and go toward B. So we typically see a lot of plays toward the A bomb site. We'll see if we see some more of that here coming up in a minute, but we'll, I guess, send it for a quick break while lobby gets set up, and we'll load into map number 2 here in a moment.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care.
Oh, and I guess we're back already. Wow, quick break, guys. Yeah, I kind of I didn't realize they were ready. So yeah, I'm excited going into map number 2. I think this is the one, Trig, where potentially Regiment can take this here. But I mean, I need to see some more composure out of them in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I think for the side of Atlantis, I mean, they're in a very experienced team. They know exactly what they want to do on this map. Side of Regiment, it's just a matter of what can they do for themselves as well. Again, I think it's really going to be about that teamwork, staying close together, not trying to make too risky of a play. Because I think Atlantis, they'll catch you off guard if you're out of position even just slightly. But we'll see how things go. As well, there you go. Regiment walks away with first blood over to them. Number 3, though, as well, letting 2 slip by, and that's going to be unfortunate. The sniper looking in the complete opposite direction, and this could be dangerous. This could spell disaster in just a moment once those players start to get into the action. And there you go. Joker can with 1, teammate finds 1 as well, and we isolate the last and final player, and it was just the sniper left alone, the 1v2.
Yeah, nobody picking up the flank there. And I mean, just the round falls apart. They just run down middle. Atlantis getting the 2 free kills and the third one traded on out. So now Artie left in the 1v2. Yeah, with the sniper. Should be getting flanked here in a moment. Number 6, Suku right behind him, and he'll claim his life after kind of an interesting round. And I mean, yeah, nobody, I don't know if maybe Artie top blue got a bad timing with the sniper where he just wasn't watching the store or something. But typically you want to watch that off the rip because that's basically the only way you're really going to get flanked that quickly into the round. So surprised to see nobody picking that up from Regiment there. We'll see if anything happens. And I mean, yeah, apologies guys for the game audio. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but yeah, we're trying to maybe get that solved, but it might not be solved for this one. Just apologies again, guys. We'll see if that gets fixed going forward, but for now, it's going to remain the way it is.
Yeah, I got to get K7 Tech Sport on the line. But yeah, in the next round, we'll see how this goes. Atlantis Demons now on the attack, on the hunt. We'll see what they can do as the bomb's going to be in the back. First Blood, once again, going the way of Regiment. So, I mean, they got that going for them. It's just a matter of capitalizing off of that as well. But they will find another Atlantis Demons. They're in a tricky situation as now just Slayer left alone now, a 1v3. You find one. Can you find a second as well? You do not. Panda shuts that down, saying we're going to go toe-to-toe, at least in the opening rounds of the S&Ds. We'll tie that up 1-1.
And I mean, this is kind of the scar in a nutshell for you, right, Trig? I mean, it's just round after round where it seems like every defense or offense is just kind of a coin flip on who gets the trades toward this A bomb site. And I mean, really, it was that round. Nice job from Regiment, collapsing on A, getting the trades, and, you know, not dying as well. They weren't giving them really a ton to work with, a lot of shoulders coming through, and it can be so difficult to try and push A on offense when enemies are set up, they're waiting for it, and you don't really have anybody on the pinch you're really looking for. So good answer back there from Regiment. And I mean, a 4 spree or 2 spree as well for Chimera. Maybe we'll see if he ends up getting streaks. We're a long way from that, but I mean, he's been stepping up for Regiment so far, and we'll see if he can continue to do so.
Yeah, you're looking for a First Blood again, and you do. That is 3 in a row for the side of Regiment, I believe, with First Blood. And it's just a matter of capitalizing. Once again, players on the flank. This time, someone does read that. You do a little bit of damage. There's info there as well. You get some kills going your way. And maybe another one as well. Bomb Carrier is going to... Oh, my goodness. I thought he was going to get the kill. He does not. But now it's number 2, turning it to a 1v1. Panda against Sakua here. Sakua? I don't know how I'm supposed to say that. But it's just a 1v1 at this point. We'll see what... Yeah, Suka, that sounds about right. It sounds better. And, well, just like that, Suka with a nice kill closes out that round. But Regiment, they've been keeping it close here so far. I mean, certainly the First Blood's going their way. Unfortunately, just the flank being their big problem.
Yeah, it seemed like that round probably should have been theirs as well. I mean, yeah, it was really just Suka on the flank, able to get it done. I thought, you know, after he was tagged down low in bottom blue, he should have been traded there, but I don't know who he gunned bottom blue, but that was a pivotal one for the round to go their way. He gets that one. Teammate gets a snipe. It was traded on out, but at the end, Suka on a 3 spree salvages that round for the Demons and now find themselves up a slender margin, only 1 round right now as we go flip on sides back toward the offense, and we'll see if any of these teams can win an offensive round so far.
Yeah, that's going to be the big question here as well. As the 3v4 sort of hit right now on A, as number 3 is pretty much out of the picture. But there you go, trades on the field. Regiment still coming out on top after the initial gunfights, but we'll see how things fare as Atlantis Demons, they've been doing pretty good, able to pick up 1 lone player there, now turning it to a 2v2. Joker Kun with some tags, but you get picked off and Market, and Slayer now in a 1v2. And for the side of Regiment, I think they're going to be playing sort of together, looking for a trade.
Yeah, I don't know if they realize Bomb is down toward top blue right now. And yeah, it looks like Slayer's going to slither on through. He'll get away without being spotted here, so he can pick up the bomb and still has a decent amount of time to work with. Yeah, West completely caught off guard there. And now it's up to Panda in the 1v1. And I mean, despite Slayer not picking up the bomb, he could still win this. I'm actually surprised he didn't pick it up. But I mean, hey, a free kill is a free kill. So we'll see what the kind of timing works out for him. I mean, Panda is still top green across the map right now. And I mean, these players not going to spot each other for a little bit. So potentially Slayer might have to plant this one.
Yeah, I mean, Slayer was just playing for a quick trade, expecting some quick challenge. Does not happen yet. We'll see what the timing works out to be, because Panda, he slides away the opposite direction. Now the bomb starts to get planted. You're checking over B, but the plant is over by A. And now tides shifting, but Panda with the nice kill. You pick up him in Market just like that. A good kill, and Regiment keeps it close, now tying it up 2-2.
Yeah, that was a crazy round. Nobody spotting each other for the longest time. And I mean, just mind games, right? I mean, Panda and Slayer, just 2 ships in the night, it would seem, in that round, playing on opposite ends of the map. And I mean, Panda does clutch it up. He reads the route toward, you know, Motel there in the in the store there, I should say. and able to pick up an important one, a second one on the board now for Regiment, tying things up here, maybe shifting the momentum back their way. A big clutch for you. I mean, that's really all it can take, right? Sometimes, Trig, a big clutch, a big, 2-3 piece potentially to get your guys hyped on up. That's really all it can take sometime to swing your things back in your favor.
Yeah, I think for Regiment, I mean, overall, they've been pretty good keeping pace with Atlantis so far. Number 4, challenging in mid as well, just a bit. Regiment, I mean, again, they've been looking so good in the first blood, but it's still 2-2. Really, really quiet now as both teams not wanting to overextend too much, but here you go. One starts a challenge, and you get caught off guard, or just caught in general, I guess, maybe not even off guard, just a ballsy chow at that. But now you pay the price there. It's now 4v3. Regiment, they have an advantage. Can they hold it? Curry just going to be sliding around top plane, and whoa, there you go. Regiment, they're not trying to give Atlantis any free kills at all, but just like that, West falls for now.
Yeah, that's bomb two towards Store. Slayer gets another one as well. Atlantis Demons salvaging this round after a devastating first blood on the pinch. Kimura gets the trade on back, and Joker-kun is gone. So now 2v2, bomb down toward the motel. Actually, they did pick it up, so it's going to be Artie picking that one up. And look at where the route Kimura is taking. He's going toward B, but I mean, that's going to leave Artie with the bomb by his lonesome. Might get caught in transition here. Depends on the timing from Joker-kun. It looks like he might spot him at the last second, and I mean, this is going to be close right now. Artie getting through with the bomb, but he has a wild Joker-kun right behind him. He should be caught in transition, and he will be. 15 seconds now left, and yeah, Kimura has to pick up the pieces. He's left isolated back in their spawn. I mean, really nothing he can do here. He's got to at least kill both of these players, and he cannot do it, just too far out in front. And it's going to be Atlantis Demons with a third.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking like maybe not a great situation in my mind. I mean, you have one player overextending, the bomb carrier just not moving at all. It's one of the things where I feel like in this scenario, you really kind of want to play together a little bit. Yeah, you got the top green control, but your teammate gets caught off in the middle of nowhere, sort of right by that bomb site. You really need that overhead look, I think, from top green to give him the overhead look. Make sure the coast is all clear if that's going to play you're going to be making. But just like that, Atlantis winning that round now 3-2. Still things are close, but yeah, a little donut there from Artie for now. Hopefully you get a couple kills, and maybe this could be the round to do it, as it's going to be another clash here on A.
Yeah, Artie, I mean, he is surrounded by 3 people. He has teammate support over the top, but I mean, they're just going to pounce. He's able to get the one, though, and that is an important first one. Not traded either, by the way. Yeah, gets out scot-free. So, I mean, another first blood advantage for Regiment. I mean, they've squandered a couple of these already. Got to make sure they convert this time around. They have them funneled toward A, but West gets shots on the side, and that's going to be now a 2v2 situation. Panda's position is known. We'll see if they can clutch on up here as the rest of Atlantis toward top middle here. I mean, he's going to get flanked by Curry here any second. I mean, Curry from mid-map should get a freebie. Yeah, Panda not reading the pressure there. Slayer in a 1v1. Artie wins it. Artie with 3 in the round, but not able to get the ace. Atlantis Demons finally able to win an offensive round, and they'll get the separation that they need.
Yeah, this kind of break the trend there, the back and forth. Now taking quite a bit more of an advantage. And I mean, overall, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, for the side of a Regiment, just not able to capitalize on the first bloods. I mean, honestly, if it's not every round, it seems like almost every round, maybe one round, maybe they didn't get the first blood, but it's one of those scenarios where Regiment's good for the first blood, but it's the flanked for the first 2 rounds, or the first, I guess the first and the third round, I believe. You kind of let that player slip by, and Atlanta's so far able to clutch up in the later half of these rounds, playing the long game quite nicely.
So far, so good. Atlantis Demons string 2 together, but Panda through the wall gets first blood yet again. And I mean, they got to convert this one. This is an overwhelming advantage toward A bomb. Curry's going to get shots on in, but taking down himself as well. The answer back is swift, though. And look at where Joker is on the flank already. He could potentially make a flank right here in the 2v2. The bomb will go down, and now it's going to be starting to tick quickly here. But Joker, yeah, I'm not sure where Wes is going. Just caught in an isolated position. Isolated there. Kimura gets one back, though. Hold on. This round isn't over yet. He's going to be dancing, but no. Joker-kun shuts it down with 3 on the round. And Demons, it doesn't matter, apparently, if they get first blood or not. They're just too clutch in these situations.
Yeah, individually making that big plays as well here. And Joker-kun, I mean, you lock in that round. You win sort of the 1v1. Now you're at 5-2 side of Atlantis Demons. The early rounds of the S&D back and forth, but since then, it's been all Atlantis. I mean, again, clutching up in sort of these 2v3 scenarios, 2v2 scenarios, able to get the big kills when they matter. And we'll see what they can do if they close out here or not. I mean, again, you're looking off the first bloods, looking off the initial engagements, being like Regiment. I mean, in theory, I feel like they could be up in this position 5-2, 5-3, but Atlantis turning it around in the second half of these rounds. And, well, this is where it could end for the map 2.
Yeah, it seems like Atlantis just, I mean, they love going through that motel area or that store area middle. And I mean, so far, Regiment kind of letting that go to the wayside. They're getting punished from letting them go through. A lot of these different rounds have come down to that.
There you go.
Another first blood. And I mean, a second one there. I mean, they got to convert this one into 1v4. I mean, Curry, nothing you can do. There we go. There's the Regiment that we needed to see.
Yeah, big round out of that. Now it's just a matter of if you keep the momentum going. Of course, now we're switching things around. Regiment not quite as successful on their offensives thus far, I would say. I don't even know if they have won an offensive round at this point.
I don't believe so, but I mean, my memory, not exactly the best, but I don't think they have yet. Defense reigning supreme for them so far, but I mean, hey, you know, down but not out. They get a 4 down. They get a clean wipe there. It's going to have to be more than that. I mean, they're going to have to string 3 rounds in a row together. There is a curse for this type of round we're on here. I didn't want to point it out, but I mean, when it's on my screen, I gotta say something. So we'll see if Regiment can clutch up here as they're on the offense. We'll see if they can get their first one on the board.
Yeah, well, just like that, a trade in the air. Now 3-3. Camaro with a nice little pick there. Now you turn it into a 3v2 advantage, but I think number 8 sliding up top should be able to catch 1, maybe a second as well, as the bomb carrier is really left alone on your own. The question is, can you get a trade? The answer is going to be no. You don't find 1 on your way out the door. And now it just left in a 1v2. Bomb's going to be down in the hotel, but you're left in a 1v1 challenge, and you win that. No trade in sight. And now it's a 1v1. Things could be looking the way of Regiment. 45 seconds on the clock to make some moves, make something happen. We'll see how the timing works out.
Yeah, that was definitely a troll from Joker-kun, 100%. Mofo had his pistol out, you know, he's just chowing from the AR range. That was, yeah, that was the confidence one for sure. And now Slayer in the 1v1 might get timing. Kamura able to pick up the bomb, but no, Slayer's going to spot him at distance, and the Dravik shots are good. So finally, Atlantis Demons, they'll close it out 6-3 here, able to get things, you know, a little mixy, I guess, we're Regiment, but in the end, I mean, Atlantis just too strong, it seems like, in this game mode. And I mean, just the clutch factor from them was stellar. I mean, Regiment kind of threw a couple of those rounds away, Trick.
Yeah, I mean, they did. I mean, for the side of Atlantis, you know, they just kind of tossed themselves at the hotel, and they almost pretty much lost the opening gunfight every single time. But at the end of the day, Regiment not really quite able to capitalize on those initial bloods, those initial kills. Atlantis able to regroup, reconnect, and certainly the comms, the strategies on point for the later half of those rounds. Looking pretty good. And again, you know, confidence in the end, you were really looking at that for the side of Atlantis is, again, the single challenge, just kind of letting that slide.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, confident challenges, yeah, they're great, but they're better if you win them.
It helps. It definitely helps to win some gunfights, Trig. Yeah, that's the name of the game, it seems. But yeah, no, I mean, I did like what I saw at Regiment in some of those rounds, especially they were able to get first blood. It seemed like more often than not, just not converting in those situations. They were letting people go through that mid-map area too much, and that's kind of really where it fell apart for them, just not watching the pinch effectively, especially in that area. But I mean, yeah, 2-0 up now for Atlantis Demons, looking good to maybe close it out in 3, especially, you know, we saw them kind of slamming in that hardpoint map number 1. I'm expecting more of the same as we go to exposure on Overload here. It's going to be the same map that they you know, kind of ran them in map number 1 here.
Yeah, I mean, definitely an exposure Overload. It's going to be interesting to see. I don't really see as much Overload on exposure, to be honest with you. Not much. I think it's a lot of times it's going to be Den, a little bit of Scar here and there. But we'll see how this plays out. I think, yeah, certainly Atlantis, you're looking at this series so far and looking at the way the map's been going like they have got the advantage. They're going to close out here in 3 is sort of the prediction at this moment here. It's just a matter of if Regiment can regroup. You know, keep some momentum. You know, they've gone toe-to-toe a little bit with Atlantis. You know, they have had moments, but overall, Atlantis certainly being the number 1 team. Well, they're the number 1 team in the group, and they're showing it, showing why so far.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is going to have to be a better effort for sure. I mean, more of the showing from the early parts of that hard point, I guess, if you could say. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not expecting a ton here from Regiment. We'll see if they can prove me wrong, though. I will say Overload's kind of an interesting game mode. We've seen it out all year, right? Where, I mean, you know, definitely you can prevent a lot of the you know, caps coming in. It can be kind of defense simulator depending on the map you're on, especially, you know, on Den we see that a lot where, you know, you get control of the drone, 3 dead, and then they go to push and immediately just get collapsed, you know, because they just spawn basically on the portal, right? So it can be hard to get that through. Exposure is a little bit different though, where you spawn a little bit further out and you can get funneled off of spawn if they're able to get through. So it's going to be up to Regiment, I mean, at this point, really, to make sure they're winning the gunfights in transition, not letting people flank like they did in that SND. I mean, let's be real. They've choked a lot of those rounds where they just let people run through for free.
I don't know. I mean, you're looking at the first few rounds of the S&D being like, hey, if you were just a little bit better on catching off the flank player or two, you know, you could be looking at a drastically different S&D scoreline in the end there. But we'll have to see. It's really, I think, going to be about keeping track of the players individually, being like, hey, we lost a player. Where is this guy? We haven't seen this guy in a while. It's just going to be a matter of if they can get those comms in and kind of predict the timing on some of those flanks. But Atlantis Demons, I mean, even if they get shut down on some of the flanks, their gunny is certainly hot as well. So Regiment's still a tall task for now. And while trying to take a little bit of a shotty route, I think just opening right up with the device in hand, trying to run that in does not happen. Atlantis Demons not letting that happen, not letting a first score go down that easily. Regiment a ballsy play, but they get spawned back up. Device still going to be sort of resetting back into P1 and sort of reset a little bit now. Atlantis Demons, device in hand, they get to make a run themselves.
Yeah, Regiment, they win the opening break, but immediately Demons claw back, and they are going to get a 4 dead and a chance to score here. It's going to be up to Artie mid-map. He wins an important one. Are they going to read the second one? Artie reads him and guns him. Curry's going to fall 3 dead yet again, and another opportunity for Regiment to potentially push on up. They get their base cleared, but they're going to have to win another wave of kills here at the very minimum to try and get a score over the line. And that's where they've struggled so far in this series. It seems like converting after they get the slays. We'll see if they're able to do it, as it's going to be mid-map pressure for Atlantis. 3 Grand mounting, and Suka just takes the drone, and he's gone. He is going to put the first one on the board for the Demons for absolutely scot-free there.
Yeah, they let that slip by, and well, Curry's going to be just chilling top ring, just looking for someone. And well, the device now spawning over sort of by that P2 side, the bottom tank, sort of solar side. West maybe able to slip by under solar. You're able to find a kill. Teammates able to find a kill as well. Opportunity maybe to start to run this device in, but West needs to win the gunfight up front. Can he do it? Doesn't really look like that's going to be the case. You get caught. Panda goes down as well. Artie is here for one, but you're forced to back away for now as your push just dissolves. One player left up still around number 4, big flank possibly, but you might be needed towards the front.
Yeah, you might be as well. Joker kind of an L nade there, but he's going to make up for it with the gunny instead. And yeah, another 3 dead. They have the drone, and it's really up to Panda. He's got to hit something crazy here, but I don't think he's going to have the timing to do so. This should be a second one on the board for the Demons, looking pretty much right exactly where they left off in the hard point, just comfortable on exposure so far. And I mean, Suka able to get the sneak cap through. I mean, that's a sign of that.
Yeah, you know the timing, you know the routes, you know where everyone is really. And well, there you go. You find one up front. Still a couple more players for the side of Regiment on the device itself. Curry cleaning up one. There's going to be your teammate that gets taken down toward the front. You're forced to back up just a little bit. You don't have numbers. Regiment, a good wave of kills goes their way. Now can they start to make a big push? And honestly, for the side of Regiment, I think they can do an okay job on the defensive side. It's the problem is just when you pick up the device, you have the pistol in hand, and then you're down a player with the gunny there. And Atlantis Demons, I mean, they are not an easy team to slay. So you're really counting on your other three players to go big, and they've just not been able to quite do that. And there you go, Atlantis Demons, a big wave of kills, not quite able to get the device though. Number 3 now picks it up for the side of Regiment, and for side of Regiment, I think at this point, you're playing more defensively. I don't know how much you're looking for a score. You're looking for maybe 1 at the moment, but I think you got to play a long game. Don't go down too much in this first half.
Yeah, for sure. Try not to get the lead too far, but you do have to score at the end of the day. Like, this is do or die time. You got to clutch up now, or it's going to be a hot 3-0. And I mean, just like that, I mean, they try and rotate the drone, but Atlantis Demons, they just get the kills and they take the drone, and they're all 4 here. That's been really the difference maker for me so far in this entire series. It just seems like Atlantis Demons, they're on top of the trading. They're ready to bait and switch, whereas Regiment, it seems like they're more spread, not as willing to trade, not as close together to trade in these clutch situations. And I mean, maybe a little bit of a squandering of opportunity here. Joker can slithers on out, able to play his life well there. I'm surprised he's living. The drone is going to reset, and it's going to be close toward their base, but it's not going to go through despite Regiment's best efforts here. And we might be looking at a 4-0 here. It's going to be picked up by Atlantis.
Yeah, it's really a matter of how these goes. And there you go. A nice little pick on the side. One player going to be top ring, and you're able to find one. Teammate's not... Sorry, the device actually working its way towards ring, and well, you're starting to clear the path there, and a big pistol kill on the device now going on the way to B. Can they get it done? Curry's got to be the one that makes an opening pick here. I think device carrier actually does get taken down, so that push doesn't really happen. Atlantis certainly opportunity there. I think honestly, you swing it towards A. I think that may have been a little bit of a miscall. I think you thought you had the opportunity over there on that B side. Doesn't quite work out, but now you're able to get a couple kills, and you take another swing at B, and there's only really one player here to contest it. You can't get the kill, and just like that, it's a nice clean 4-0.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about, the fundamentals, the setups, the rotation. It doesn't even matter at the end of the day if you're not slaying. And I mean, so far it's been Atlantis Demons. I mean, pedal to the metal. They're just slaying so well right now. I mean, you saw it even with the pistol there. Suka gets a couple of disgusting pistol kills in their base, able to shut it down. It was this one, really, this next one right here. I was surprised he was able to win this one, but yeah, Panda just gets turned and burned in that situation, and that's really just led them. Atlantis Demons so far to the edge that they have right now, 4-0 up. I'm expecting more of the same here in the second half. It's going to be up to Regiment. You got to show us something.
Yeah, show us a little bit of something here. Well, Curry's at 12-6. And well, I mean, you got your other teammates there. What do we? Suka? Yeah, Suka at 16-9 as well. Big player for the side of Atlantis. On the other end right now, Regiment, you got already going up at 10-13, but everyone's negative, unfortunately. Yeah, the slang not really quite there for Regiment. And well, just like that, you just cut down everyone. And well, we're looking like at this point, I think Atlantis Demons, they're just going to go off, going to play more like a TDM at the moment as they really start to clear a path. The device still not in hand, but right now your teammates getting all the kills that they want. Curry eventually gets cut down. And while the device still yet to be touched, doesn't really look like, Atlantis Demons really don't really care about that, looks like at all.
Yeah, I mean, when you're up 4-0 in this situation, I mean, you got to play the kills first, obviously. But I mean, even still, they could just play the kills. They could just spawn trap them for the rest of the half if they want to. They have the edge. It's really Regiment that have to get the slaying going and taking the drone at certain places right now. But it will be Joker-kun now picking up the device as well, pistol in hand. He's going to have some teammates help. And yeah, just like that, they're going to clear out the base. 1, 2, 3, and the 5th one on the board there. And Atlantis Demons looking comfortable in this one, looking to close it out here. We might not even need to go to time here, Trig. This is looking pretty swift, pretty clean cut so far.
Yeah. It might end at 8 points. We'll see. Slayer's going to be kind of in their opponent's base, and he might be able to get a free pick or two, but hold on. The read is there. A couple kills left and right. Device still going to be on the opposite side of the map there. We'll have to see how this goes. Device now in hand, just kind of running. Maybe you can sort of navigate your way around. It looks like you can for just a moment there. Eventually someone catches you. Yeah, they kind of pass them each other there, but Slayer with some trades. You'll find one, maybe another one with a pistol. Not quite there. Device still reacquired. Panda now picks it up. And you get a couple kills for the side of Regiment. This could be an opportunity. You're really betting on number 1 to have some big kills here. If you can stay alive, and certainly catching number 5, that is going to be a key player. You're not expecting that player to be there. One slips by as well. Number 3, big kill there. Panda's opportunity slide in there, and there you go, Atlantis. They let one slip by.
Yeah, finally, some opportunity for Regiment to get on the board, and they're not done yet. They have the drone reset in the opportune spot as well. They have blockers, but are they going to read the pinch? Yeah, nobody watching the mid-pinch, and it allows Joker-kun and his teammate Slayer to wrap on through. Joker-kun maybe getting a little bit over-ambitious there to pick up the drone, and this might allow another one for Regiment to go through. So hold on, not over just yet. I mean, this could be a second one, but they got to be pretty much perfect from here on out. They got to make sure they're getting the kills in the spawn to be able to relay here.
I mean, this is big in terms of transitions. Like, you have a couple players from the side of Regiment that were in the Atlantis Demon spawns, and they stayed up for quite a while. That allows 2 to go through Atlantis, though, and now pick up the device, start to run their way over by the Solar side. Number 3 going to be the first line of defense. Just buy enough time for your teammates to slide in there as well. Maybe they can, but it just slipped down under. I mean, they just have no idea where the device went. No track of it at all. They let that go by. Atlantis now 6-2. 2 more for Atlantis, and they've got the map. Regiment still, you get 2 on the board this round, but it is still very much a tough battle. They got a big hill to climb. Maybe they can do it. Maybe they can't. We'll have to see. Atlantis now making another run.
Yeah, potentially a 7th one on the board. And I mean, that is the second time that Suka has picked up the drone and just gone by without really even getting contested at all. A little bit more resistance that time around. But yeah, you got to think if those 2 don't go through, a much more manageable scoreline here for Regiment. But yeah, 1.5 minutes, they're running out of time. They basically have to pick up the drone right now and get a relay going, but it's not going to be the case. Look at the juke shoes. Joker could just jukes them out of their socks. He's going for the 7th on the board, and he's going to get it. Why not? Just mind games with the drone, and that should seal the deal here. I mean, Atlantis Demons just, a swift 3-0 in this one.
Yeah, I mean, they're just playing with the pings there, honestly. You kind of look, because, when you have the device, the ping is there, so the opponents know kind of roughly where you are, the direction, but it's not a live ping. It's just every now and then. So if you can play with some of the timing with that one, you're catching Regiment off guard. And honestly, that's kind of like what I used to do with the kill cam, too. Sometimes you kind of dart one way, and then as soon as you know that kill cam's kind of off, you kind of dart the other way as well. But there you go. Last score on the board. Atlantis Demons pretty much knowing exactly how they want to execute that map, and well, with that to perfection, they did.
Yeah, not the best showing from Regiment there in the end. And I mean, yeah, I was going to talk about it. Yeah, like old school CTF back in the day, you could make routes with the flag mind games in that scenario, able to make sure that you're going to get that done in the end. Just you can kind of bait the flag and bait the kill cam, like you were saying. And, you know, teams, I'm curious to see if we see more of that going into the year. I haven't seen a ton of that in Overload as of yet, but I mean, I'm glad to see it tonight. Atlantis Demons showing you, and you know, teams out there, if they're watching, how to do it in an effective way. And they'll take the 3-0 here. Not particularly close in the respawns, but S&D did get a little mixy, a little dicey toward the end. I mean, if Regiment, if they were able to, you know, just watch the flanks a little bit better, that could have been theirs for the taking, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. So Atlantis Demons, they'll take it in a pretty convincing fashion, all things considered. Kind of what we expected, though, Trey.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it ended about how we were expecting. Again, that S&D sort of the one little, maybe slight coin toss. You know, maybe not quite a 50-50, but that was certainly the mode that we were looking at to be maybe a little bit of a swing mode, you know, that could go the other way. Regiment certainly getting caught off guard. Again, the round one, the round three, you let Atlantis slip by both times with the flanks, and those kind of one of the scenarios where you catch that, maybe you're looking at a different S&D scoreline, but they don't. Atlantis doing the job in the S&D and certainly in the respawns as well, doing exactly what they wanted to do. Overload, they kind of at that point, I think, just wanted to close it out in 3, and that's exactly what they did. And that 8-2 first half as well. You're at 4-0. Regiment glimmers here and there, but Atlantis clearly the better team in this matchup.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the bracket right now, Trig, as well. So Regiment losing that one and losing that one in a 3-0 fashion as well. So they're going to probably be falling now to the 4th seed. I'm looking at the map count. They're going to be 6-11 map count, I believe now, and or potentially, I'm not sure if it's updating live.
That right there. There
you go. I'm actually not sure.
You can do it on the sheet.
yeah. You could actually tell me right now, Trig, if you want to, because I'm not sure if it's updated yet. But I think they're going to follow the 4th seed. Am I wrong to that?
Yeah, Regiment falls to the 4th seed. They go to 6-11. Synthrax will pass them now at 6-9 with a 2-3 map count, or 2-3 record for them. So
gotcha.
A little bit of rivalry between those two squads there at the bottom of that bracket, but Atlantis Demons ending about where you're expecting them to. Can't be traded as well in the 2nd position, but Regiment, honestly, again, you were really looking to take a map off of Atlantis here. It didn't happen. They'll fall to the 4th seed. Playoffs still secured. They will get some more matches. Just a matter of how far they go in the bracket at this point, and where they end up.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, too, because now they fall to the bottom seed. They're probably going to have to play Overtake, I'm assuming, round number 1 in playoffs here. And, yeah, undefeated Overtake 15-3 map count as well, looking like the other tops contender in the other side of the bracket, you know, them and Atlantis looking to close out the top seeds for this one. And, I mean, yeah, that's going to be a tough look. Unfortunate, really, Regiment. You would have liked to at least win a couple maps to maybe potentially hold on to that 3rd seed, but not gonna happen. So unlucky break for you. And yeah, Atlantis remain perfect, 5-0 for them. They'll secure the number 1 seed in their group going into playoffs. And I mean, playoffs will be just right around the corner, I believe. I'm not sure, is it next week or is it the week? I'm assuming it's probably next week, Trig. I'm not sure if you know.
We start a couple of rounds in the next this week. We start round 1, I believe. Winners round 1 is this week. I believe winners round 2 is much of next week, and then after that it's a playoff weekend, basically. A couple early rounds, I think, in the opening here, if I'm remembering the dates correctly. But it'll be interesting. We'll see. Regiment, I mean, again, they're still alive. They're not out of this season quite yet. You know, that was more of a taste of what the top end looks like for them. It's a matter of what they can do in the bracket. Maybe they can make some crazy runs. In my mind, again, for this half, you're looking at Atlantis Demons at the top of Alpha. Probably the results you were expecting from them. On the other end, Bravo. Very interesting as well. Overtake and King's Order looking pretty good on that end. Those would probably be the other two that I would say you would keep an eye on. So we'll see how the Alpha teams stack up against the Bravo teams. I think certainly can be a little mixy. I think Regiment, they have some opportunity to make a decent run in the brackets. I think overall they've been looking pretty okay. But, you know, we cut down from 12 teams, go to 8. Double elim. We'll just see how things play out for them, what the brackets look like, what the seeding kind of end up being. Potential maybe to go a little bit of a distance, but they have got some tough opponents heading into playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. Some tough opponents. And that is going to do it for us tonight. Appreciate you guys coming on out in the chat, coming out in the stream. That was kind of a swift one. We kind of had a feeling that would be a hot 3-0, but nonetheless, we'll be, coming into playoffs pretty soon. So be on the lookout for that one. We'll have some more main stage action, I'm sure, coming up soon. So keep an eye out to the Discord, social media as well, for the next stream, TBD as well. And shout out Trick for coming in last minute tonight. I know you didn't plan on casting tonight, but I appreciate you coming in nevertheless.
I wasn't planning on casting this match in particular. The other match got forfeited, so it is what it is. They didn't want to. Other teams don't want to run at playoffs, but that's all right. That's okay. But yeah, we'll get a lot more playoff action heading into this week and next week as well. Certainly the conclusion of the I guess it's season 1 for us of Black Ops 7, but the 7th season overall for K7. I think it's about a grand and a quarter on the half, I believe. Grand and a half, a grand and a quarter. I don't know. It's like 12 grand.
A lot of money.
A
lot of money is on the line.
12 grand, not 12 grand. 1,200.
Yeah, 12 grand would be absolutely insane. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to sign up. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it for us. That's gonna do it for us tonight. We'll appreciate you guys coming on out. Yeah, a lot of money to play for, and we'll be back later this week for some more main stage action. So keep an eye on the Discord and all the socials. Until then, we'll see you later. Have a good night, everybody. We'll take care.